Have you ever wondered why some people are very poor while others have a lot of money? A study by National Public Radio, the Kaiser Family Foundation, and Harvard University's Kennedy School looked into why people are poor. They found that 48% of the people in the study thought that poor people didn't try hard enough to help themselves, while 45% believed that it was because of things outside their control. Surprisingly, even some rich people, about 50%, thought that poor people should do more to improve their situation, and even some poor people, about 39%, agreed. Despite these findings, many Americans face financial difficulties today. They have to deal with high costs of living, healthcare, taxes, and college tuition. This makes them feel like they will always be poor. Some people are trapped in poverty because they make bad financial decisions every day, while others face unfair circumstances and don't have the same opportunities as wealthy people. The good news is that there are strategies you can use to gradually build wealth over time. But before you can start on that path, it's important to identify the habits that are causing financial problems. In this video, I will talk about 8 reasons why you might be stuck in a never-ending cycle of poverty. Number 1. You do not set financial goals. Having a well-thought-out financial plan is crucial for your future. Without one, you're essentially relying on luck to improve your financial situation. To escape financial hardship and achieve your goals, start by setting realistic short-term and long-term financial goals. Prioritize these goals based on their importance, and write down specific details for each, such as the timeline, required amount of money, and your current savings progress. This will help you understand what it takes to accomplish each goal, and enable you to create a practical pathway to reach them. If you need assistance, consider seeking help from a financial planner. However, if you prefer to learn how to create a plan yourself, there are numerous resources available on platforms like YouTube and online articles that can provide guidance and empower you to develop a solid financial plan. Remember, poor planning can keep you stuck in poverty, so take control of your financial future by developing a detailed plan. Number 2. You do not save. Based on Bankrate's 2022 data, the majority of Americans, 56%, lack sufficient savings to cover an unexpected $1,000 bill. This leaves them vulnerable to debt and trapped in a cycle of poverty. Contrary to popular belief, saving does not require a specific income threshold. Regardless of age, life stage, or income level, it's crucial to prioritize saving. The key is to cultivate the habit of saving rather than fixating on the amount. Setting clear priorities is essential. Without making saving a priority, it becomes challenging to save, regardless of income. Whether it's for a new car, a house, or retirement, saving won't be achievable unless it becomes a priority. Many people underestimate the impact of saving small amounts consistently over time. Even modest contributions from each paycheck can accumulate significantly. Establishing a savings habit takes practice and consistency, but it becomes easier with time. Automating savings with each pay period increases the likelihood of sticking to the habit. Remember, starting to save early improves your chances of securing a financially stable future. Number 3. You do not budget. A budget serves as the fundamental cornerstone of your personal finances. Without a budget, you are undoubtedly destined to remain financially strained. Individuals without a budget often lack awareness of where their money goes each month, which is a dangerous way to manage your income. Having a budget provides valuable insights into your monthly spending patterns. It enables you to identify areas where you can cut back, allocate resources more effectively, track your goals, and make reasonable estimates regarding their achievement timeline. If you avoid being accountable for your poor spending habits and refrain from creating a budget due to reminders of past mistakes, you will likely struggle to improve your financial situation. Despite the fact that a budget can help control spending and prevent debt, only a small percentage of Americans consistently maintain an updated budget. According to a survey conducted by a loan servicing company, a staggering 73% of Americans do not regularly follow a budget, and 1 in 10 participants admitted to not having any sort of budget at all. Another survey discovered that 65% of Americans had no idea about the amount of money they had spent in the previous month. To establish an effective budget, it is essential to regularly track your expenses. This practice enables you to understand your spending habits and make better financial plans for the future. Make sure to diligently record every expense, no matter how small. Number 4. You always spend more than you earn. We often hear advice to live within our means, which seems like a practical way to avoid financial stress. However, putting this advice into practice is easier said than done. Have you ever found yourself eagerly anticipating your next payday in the middle of the month? Not because you've made a wise investment, but because you're on the verge of running out of money. If this resonates with you, it's a clear indication that you're living beyond your means. In today's interconnected world, everything is readily accessible, thanks to the internet. Making purchases from the comfort of your home is incredibly easy, and social media worsens the situation. In a recent survey, 57% of millennials admitted to making unplanned purchases influenced by what they saw on social media. This highlights the significant impact social media has on our spending habits. Now more than ever, it's easy to be influenced by the glamorous lives portrayed online. When you see people flaunting expensive cars, brand new iPhones, and dream vacations, it's natural to desire the same experiences. Consequently, you may end up spending whatever little you have, or taking out loans to keep up with this lifestyle. This ultimately leads to debt, as you try to sustain a lifestyle beyond your means. If this situation reflects your own, it's time to reassess your spending habits. Remove any unnecessary expenses from your budget, and start prioritizing saving instead. Number 5. You don't have an emergency fund. Before you start on saving for retirement or paying off debt, it's crucial to prioritize building an emergency fund. An emergency fund serves as a safeguard against unforeseen financial circumstances, providing you with a sense of protection. There is always the possibility of experiencing a job loss and needing to navigate a period without a steady income. Alternatively, unexpected expenses such as home repairs or unplanned trips may arise. Having an emergency fund in place will help you weather these challenging situations by covering some or all of the associated costs. This way, you won't be compelled to dip into your savings or resort to taking out loans. Furthermore, knowing that you have a safety net gives you peace of mind. Some people may choose to skip creating an emergency fund in order to prioritize retirement savings. While saving for retirement is important, relying solely on retirement funds to address significant expenses can be problematic. When a substantial expense arises, they may be compelled to withdraw funds from their retirement accounts, which should only be considered as a last resort. Such withdrawals deplete retirement savings and often incur penalties. For instance, early withdrawals from a 401k may result in a 10% penalty. Therefore, it is advisable to establish and maintain a separate emergency fund to handle unexpected expenses, allowing your retirement savings to remain intact and grow over time. Number 6. You rely on one stream of income. Relying solely on a single source of income may seem convenient in the short term, but the consequences can be significant if that income stream suddenly disappears. What happens if the business you depend on fails, you lose your job, or your salary is significantly reduced? Depending on a single income source not only puts you in a vulnerable financial position when unexpected events occur, but also hinders your financial growth. Having multiple streams of income allows your money to grow more rapidly. When you have several sources of income, you have a greater capacity to increase your earnings and make progress towards your financial goals more quickly compared to relying on a single income stream. If your current salary is not sufficient to meet your needs, it's worth considering alternative money-making opportunities. For example, you could explore side hustles like blogging or vlogging, invest in stocks or real estate, or become a freelancer by seeking well-paying jobs on platforms such as Upwork and Fiverr. Number 7. You spend too much on housing. One of the primary reasons why many people find themselves constantly struggling financially is due to excessive spending on housing. If a significant portion of your salary is allocated towards housing expenses, it undoubtedly has a negative impact on your bank account. The general rule of thumb is to aim for housing costs that do not exceed 30% of your income. This percentage is the ideal threshold for maintaining a reasonable lifestyle while considering individual income levels, with potential adjustments required depending on specific circumstances. If your housing expenses are overwhelming and leave you living paycheck to paycheck, it's crucial to explore alternative options. You could consider downsizing to a more affordable house or exploring neighborhoods with lower rent. Another option is finding a roommate to share housing costs, which can help alleviate the financial burden associated with housing expenses. And number 8. You are waiting for someone to save you. Having a network of connections can undoubtedly open doors to new opportunities. However, harboring the belief that your success solely depends on the assistance of others is a guaranteed way to remain in a state of poverty. Many individuals hold the notion that their success hinges on finding someone who is more accomplished or intelligent than themselves. They may hope for a chance encounter with an old friend or family member who will unveil the secrets to wealth. Believing that someone else holds the key to your prosperity will only keep you stagnant in life. It's essential to break free from this mindset and realize that waiting for one person or a specific moment to change your life is not how life works. Instead, you must be willing to step out of your comfort zone, work diligently, and take calculated risks. Embracing discomfort and dedicating yourself to acquiring new skills is far more fruitful than waiting for an easy path to success. That concludes today's video. I hope it was informative and beneficial to you. If you found it helpful, please give it a thumbs up. I welcome your feedback, so feel free to share your thoughts in the comments section below. Lastly, remember to subscribe and turn on notifications so that you don't miss any future videos. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.